Hey guys, I think I finally got this microphone working, so hopefully you can hear me well. For my assignment, I chose Arturo Giovannitti. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I'll just call him Arturo. Um, he was tried in front of a jury for a murder he basically didn't commit, along with another Italian man. He was 3 miles away from the scene when it happened, and 19 eyewitness accounts said that there were two police officers that beat and killed a 16-year-old girl, and he got charged somehow as complicit to the murder, which he was far away. Like there should have been no reason for him to be there, but it was just like the tensions with immigrants during the time, I suppose. And so he was working for the Industrial Workers of the World, and he was actually sent there as an organizer from the union. So when he showed up, they, I don't know, just associated him with like gathering the workers there, so decided to point some blame onto him. But a little bit about him: he lived in Italy until he was 17. Then he moved to Canada and got more education there, and actually did some religious training. He ended up in America because he was coming to train to become a pastor's assistant. And once he came to America and was learning that, he sort of veered from that and became a socialist or an activist. And then he became the co-founder of a radical socialist journal published in Il Proletario, which was the Italian print of the Industrial Workers of the World newspaper. So I don't know. I hope I pronounced that right too. But basically, he gave a speech when he was standing in front of the jury, and like most people should have known that he didn't commit this crime. But he could, by the time he moved to America, he could speak fluent Italian, English, and French. So he was a very educated man. So when I reset this, I'm gonna just not give him any kind of an Italian accent because I imagine he wouldn't have had it. So uh, I guess I'll start when he was called and stood in front of the trial. He defended himself, and this is what he said. Mr. Foreman and gentlemen for the jury, it is the first time in my life that I speak publicly in your wonderful language, and it is the most solemn moment in my life. There has been brought only one side of this great industrial question, only the method and only the tactics. But what about the ethical part of the question? What about the better and nobler humanity, where there shall be no more slaves, where no man will ever feel obliged to go on strike in order to obtain 50 cents a week more, where women will no longer have to go and prostitute themselves, where at last there will not be any more slaves, any more masters, but one great family of friends and brothers? They say you are free in this great and wonderful country. I say that politically you are. And my best compliments and congratulations that I say you cannot be half free and half slave. When economically all the working class in the United States are as much slaves now as the Negroes were 40 and 50 years ago, because the man that owns the tool where another man works, the man that owns the house where the man lives, the man who owns the factory where this man wants to go to work, that man owns and controls the bread that man eats, and therefore owns and controls his mind, his body, his heart, and his soul. I'm 29 years old, not quite. I have a woman that loves me and that I love. I have a mother and a father that are waiting for me. I have an ideal that is dear to me than can be expressed or understood. And life has so many allurements, and it is so nice and so bright and so wonderful that I felt the passion of living in my heart, and I do want to live. Whichever way you judge, gentlemen of the jury, I thank you.